Hello, this is Julius from Basic Financials. Today I'm going to do a little bit of an update on the COVID support. So where are we now? We're on the 13th of November. So things are moving quite quickly on the types of support there. Things are being introduced, taken away and changed, and I think that will keep on going for a little while. You probably recall that there was something called JSS, or Job Support Scheme, that was going to come in. That was the sort of revised form of a furlough scheme, but not quite so generous. That is not happening at the moment. It may well happen in the future if we go back to sort of three-tier type system of lockdown. But at the moment, it's not going to happen yet. So keep an eye on that. So JSS still around, but not being introduced yet. The other thing that was going to happen that isn't going to happen at the moment is there was going to be, for anybody who was kept on, who'd been furloughed, and there were going to be bonuses of £1,000 for the employers as incentive to keep them on. But that's not going to happen at the moment, basically because a furlough scheme is going to carry on. So those are the two things that were going to happen that aren't going to happen at the moment that might do at the moment. So not the job support scheme and not those bonus £1,000 bonuses for the employers, not the employees, the employers. Not going to happen. What is going to happen, as you probably know, is the furlough scheme, or the coronavirus job retention scheme, or we'll call it the furlough scheme. That is carrying on much as it was before, except that it's more flexible, and as the employers are going to have to pay for the employer national insurance and employer pension contributions. So the furlough scheme is going to pay 80% of the wages of employees who are furloughed or not working full time. So for the period that they're furloughed, up to that maximum cap, I think it's £2,500, but that will be prorated. So, for example, if someone's furloughed but they're working for half of the time, then they would only be entitled to half of that cap, and the employers will pay the rest of it. Again, the employers can top it up if they want to. They don't have to. So you can pay full amount if you want to, and then claim the furlough. The other thing that I noticed is that they said in the guidance that I saw anyway, that they're planning on publishing the employers who are using this furlough scheme, and they will allow employees to see whether the employers have claimed for them. So something to bear in mind. If you don't need to use it, or don't feel like you should be using it, then don't. It's not there to be abused. It's there to support people and businesses in hard times. So we need to treat that fairly. That scheme is going to carry on from the 1st of November up to the end of March, as things stand at the moment. Of course, it could change if there was a vaccine brought in and it all rolls out fine, and they may well, things might get back to normal a bit earlier. I suspect that furlough scheme may carry on indefinitely in some form or other, with different rules, because it seems like a good scheme. It's something that in Germany has been used for some time, not 80% of pay, but yeah, it seems like a good idea if there's temporary issues. So anyway, we'll see. So that's what's happening there. The other thing that's changed is there are new grants for businesses where they're being required to shut because of coronavirus, and it's based on rateable values. So I think the smallest one is about £1,600 grant, then it goes up to £2,000 for slightly higher rateable values, and the highest one is, I think it's £3,000. Again, I don't know exact detail because it's too many things are changing. There's too much to keep on top of, really. But it's all there on the government website. I'm just trying to lead you in the right direction. And the other thing is the loans, the various loans that have been available. Probably the most helpful and quickest is the bounce back loan schemes. They're staying open, and there's also been changes to relaxation in how quickly they have to be repaid as well. I've talked about those in previous things with those loans. Well worth doing if you think you're going to need some finance. They're cheaper, and the bounce back loan, there's no personal guarantee either. Interest free for the first 12 months, and you don't have to repay it for the first 12 months either. So definitely worth thinking about. I think that's it for now. Yeah, I'm sure things will change again, and I'll try and give you a bit of an update when things are in a settled position, if I can. I hope that helps. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave them in the space below, and like and subscribe as usual, please. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you again soon.